Hey everyone, welcome back to my ministry. I'm your host, Nurse Lois. Listen, this is my lunch hour. I'm just going to take a few minutes to just share a praise report with my viewers. Last week I had a neighbor who is new to the neighborhood, who I have been praying for many years because his parents live on my street. And this particular neighbor recently rededicated his life and heart to the Lord. So it was such a blessing. And the Lord asked me to go out and ask the neighbor if he would like to have a creative miracle by, the Lord growing out one of his limbs. And so the neighbor thought about it for a couple of days, then came to my house and wanted to receive a creative miracle from God. Now, I normally don't share this part of my ministry in my neighborhood unless the Lord is leading me to share my healing gifts, because everybody's not ready to receive me flowing in creative miracles with the Lord. So it takes a special mindset to first of all, believe in miracles, believe that God is living inside of his people, and that God still performs miracles today. So my mindset is not the same as everyone else's mindset. My mindset protected me from all that cray that was going on in the earth during COVID. Okay, my mindset protected me from all that nonsense. It protected my family from all that nonsense. My mindset doesn't tell me to do things that will take me out before my time. Okay, my mindset points people to the Lord. My mindset is very careful when it comes to me reading medical records and being sure and cautious. My mindset is always to think a certain way that will help bring benefit either to myself, to my family, to the world, or with my employer. Okay, so yeah, I have a different type of mindset, and I thank God for that my mindset is not like everybody else's. I rejoice that my mindset is not like everyone else's. It's a blessing not to have the same mindset as the world. So always remember that when it comes time for you to believe God for creative miracles, or for God to bless you in any kind of way, it is an honor and a privilege and a blessing not to have the same mindset as the world. Okay, and so my neighbor received a miracle. God grew my neighbor's leg out at my house. Yes, he did. So, I rejoice in how God has renewed my mind and structured my mind to think. I like being different. I like not thinking like everyone else. I know when it comes to my role as a nurse medical record reviewer, I don't even have the same mindset as my other co-workers, just based on some experiences I've had with medical record reviews. I can remember a few times reviewing a medical record that looks like a procedure was done. I mean, it just looked like it was done, but something in the wording, something how the verbiage was set up, made me just go double check to make sure from the doctor's office that a procedure was actually done. And most of the time, it was not done. And I was able to catch an error before we put it into the system wrong. A couple times I just double checked just to make sure, because I wasn't sure, because it looked like it could have been done, and it was done. But a lot of times when I checked, it was not done. So even with my mindset in the workplace, it's not like everybody else, and it's okay. I remember being in my undergrad and my graduate degree program where my professor would ask each student the same question. Everybody would respond completely different to the same question, and you had an opportunity to hear how people thought, the thoughts that went through, their mind, how they perceived certain things in life and in the earth. Is based on their experience and other situations. And I found that to be fascinating because you could glean a little bit of truth or a little bit of information off of everybody that had something to say. Now, everything I didn't take in because it didn't line up to the word of the living God. But when you listen to people, if you listen with a good heart, you can see how maybe they're looking at a certain situation or a certain thing, and that is not the time to be upset because someone is sharing their thoughts or you think they're challenging you. Often they're just sharing their thoughts of how they're looking at a particular situation. So it's a good thing not to think like everybody else. That's not bad at all. A lot of people will make you think it's bad, but it's really not. It's a good thing. You keep on thinking the way that God wants you to think. Long as you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting other people, and you're not, being destructive. I know the way that God has me think has protected me from all that nonsense that's going on in the world right now. God has protected me and my family from all of that crazy nonsense. Now, I could be very, very arrogant and say some crazy stuff about how people think. You know what I'm saying? The only time I actually rebuke thoughts is when people are actually destroying other people's lives. Now that's the time you'll see me come out on my platform and rebuke nonsense because they dragging a whole bunch of innocent people to an early grave with them. Okay, that's the only time you'll see me stand up and just rebuke a whole bunch of foolishness. But other than that, people have a right to think the way that they want to think, and it's a blessing not to think like the world. I'm telling you, it is such a blessing not to think like the world. I thank God every day when I wake up. I did not think like the world, and my family didn't think like the world. Okay, so this is Prophetess Nurse Lois coming to you from the Lois Banks Ministry. My neighbor is thanking me that I don't think like the world because he got a miracle. Listen, I want you to enjoy your day. It's starting to get a little hot outside, y'all. So I'm about to go back up in the house and get back on the computer. But I wanted to share that testimony with you about how my mindset produced a creative miracle for my neighbor, and how my neighbor's leg grew out about 4 inches. Okay, my neighbor never knew that all that was going on inside of me. Been knowing me for years. Just found out that I walk with God for real. Because God won't have me just cast my pearls before swine. If people are not in the right place, they're not ready to receive, I keep quiet. I do what God tells me to do. So listen, God bless you and have a wonderful day.